What is up? How is everybody doing today? We are jumping into the band called Yagon, or Yagon, whichever way, with the song called A Raven's Tale. It is doom metal, like black metal, doom metal, somewhere around there, maybe like depressive black or something like that. But like School says, it's a brand new band for the channel. It's always good to find new bands and to put new bands on there, as sometimes you kind of hit a wall where you just go around the same amount of bands over and over and over, which is never a good way to go about running a channel, to be fair. But still. Let's see. The song is 7 minutes, man, so hopefully it's good. Like, it depends, man. Like, atmospheric is probably my favourite genre out of all the genres we have, but it depends band to band to band as well, so. What School have like the best request of like the Patreon show? Do like a complete 360 go from the worst to the best. It's gonna drop in soon. It's slowly building up, man. It's got little bits of industrial floating around it. Atmospheric Visual K sounds weird because it's the opposite of what Visual K is. If that makes sense. Like, there's a lot of passion in the instruments. We're not hearing much of the instrument yet, but the ones we do hear, you can tell they put time and work into this. I love his voice, man. His voice is really haunting. Like, when he goes into this part of his voice, it's haunting. And violent as well, man. Yeah, it's really, really well put together, to be fair. Just gotta see where it goes from here. It's kind of hard to fill a 7-minute track, to be fair, so. A lot of traditional instruments as well, to be fair. By the sounds of it. I see where they're going, man. They're going pure passion, and they're not even going for like any one genre or whatever. They're going for like just pure passion in what they're doing, man. So, oh shit, that's cool, man. I'm glad everything's all sorted for you work again now. Man. Like it has that nice creepy vibe, the symphonic vibe, the black metal elements like woven around that whole concept. It's different, but it's good. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense, man. Like, I don't want to pause it to ruin the vibe, if that makes sense. So we'll go through the lyrics at the end, but... like, his voice isn't always to my thing, but it's always piercing. No, you didn't flop, man. Atmospheric is hard to flop with. Well, it's easy, but it's hard, you know what I mean? Like, putting passion into things is the most important part of it. Yeah, but the 20s era will be weird. Like, the 20s, 30s, 40s will be weird to go through. If we did it that way. And I wouldn't want to release things that's going to offend, like, so many generations of people. Also. But no, that was pretty sick, man. Just nicely atmospheric. Not quite black metal, but just that nice doom, symphonic, and a bunch of other genres thrown in there for good measure, man. Just interesting. Like the growls, which are very much symphonic growls rather than black metal growls, but yeah, you get that idea. And just, so what is this about? Like, what is the song about? The break of dawn and tears the sky. The red fog that blinds my eyes. The red fog is like, you know, when the sun first comes up and the sky turns red. A black raven that was born on dance. None shall rest, nay good nor bad. Like, the raven is a sign of death. So that's good. Like, the raven is coming to show that you're basically about to die, most likely. A flap of wings, the mist of clouds. The earth that lies beneath the crowds. Death dwells in their broken bones. The time of men has passed. So it's like when men have completely gone, when the age of man has gone, when humanity isn't a thing anymore. I shall not weep for a morbid faith. I am the gate of heaven and hell, a black thread laced in eternity. This is only a raven's tale, so like, yeah, it's like showing the creatures and the things still on the planet rather than humans itself. Like, the ravens aren't mourning the lost, they are weeping for faith, they aren't doing any of these things, they are just existing. Tears of snow freeze my wings, the smell of grief and loss that stings. A mere perspective of a vanishing moment, away I fly, forsaking thy torment. Like, yeah, like the ravens, like, obviously sees the dead, all of humanity, all humankind dead. Like, obviously feasting and lots of other stuff like that, which isn't really mentioned here, but that's kind of where it would go. And then, like, obviously it sees the grief, it sees the torment, it sees all of that, but then it can just fly away and just completely forget about it and not even let it penetrate its mind to that kind of way. So, interesting. Not the most deep lyrically, not the most, like, crazily convoluted lyrics you've ever seen in your life, but interesting nonetheless, man. Good for, like, a reaction. Is it a band I'm going to 100% listen to? Probably not off this listen, but interesting nonetheless, man. Getting new bands on the channel is important, like I said. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. Take it easy.